Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2018 Women United's Women Forum. My name is Lori Villegas, and I'm chair of Women United, and it's great to see you here today.
I'm Terry Geckel. I'm vice chair of Women United. Welcome. We are thrilled you're here.
Yeah, it's Today will be a day of storytelling. Stories are powerful. They can move you, they can entertain you, and they can cause you to reflect on your own life. And sometimes they can even inspire you to take action. We hope the experiences you have today will do just that. As I stand here today, I'm in complete awe. There are 600 amazing women in this room and a few amazing men too. It's incredibly encouraging, it's incredibly powerful, and it's a testimony to what amazing things we can do when we're together. I've always said, if you want something done, you give it to a busy woman, and we will get it done. And it's so funny, I have a friend of mine that she uses the example, if you want to lead properly, you better lead like a mother. And I think that's just the greatest thing. So if we could all lead like a mother, and take it the way you want it, I think it's really powerful. That was not run through compliance, that was me. Sorry. So if you're looking for meaningful ways to help others in the community or expand your network and get to know other women that are committed to the community, Women United might be for you. As the Women United group globally, there are over 70,000 women that are committed to Women United. Locally in Central Maryland, there are over 1,400 women creating wonderful opportunities in Maryland and the communities around Baltimore. Together, we can lift up our neighbors and make such a difference in the community and change the lives for children, family, and communities. We sincerely hope you enjoy this afternoon and make some really meaningful connections.
Lori's right. United Way and Women United Group are all about changing the stories for so many who are in need of help. As an example of the power and reputation of our group, more than 50 area businesses, institutions, and individuals have generously sponsored today's event. I'd like to recognize our lead sponsor, Wells Fargo. And our partner sponsors, BGE, CareFirst, Blue Cross Blue Shield, DLA Piper, Howard Bank, the Murthy Law Firm, and Willis Towers Watson. Thank you so much for your support and for making today's event possible. You will see the listing of all of our sponsors in the program. This afternoon is all about the stories that define and change us as individuals and collectively as a community. Today you'll hear stories from those who have struggled and endured, from community leaders and from trailblazers in their field. And we'll be asking you to share your stories with the goal of better understanding one another and opening doors to positive change. So get ready for an afternoon full of inspiring moments and stories that will empower you to join us. Before I introduce our next speaker, I'd like to point out, and I got this job, this is my role today, that there won't be a formal break in the program. So, if you feel that you need to take a bathroom break, please do so, or replenish your beverages as you need to. So, thank you very much for that little paid political announcement. And now it is my pleasure to welcome Susan Owens, Regional Vice President of Wells Fargo Bank, the title sponsor of the 2008 Women's Forum. Susan.
I love it when I get to follow the announcement about where the bathrooms are located in the bathroom break. But thank you all very much. I'm honored to be here with you this afternoon as we gather to connect and celebrate the dynamic business and community leaders in support of the United Way of Central Maryland. Like they said, my name is Susan Owens, and I lead Wells Fargo's middle market banking team located in Baltimore, where we focus on companies with revenues greater than $20 million. As I look around the room, I am inspired by the magnitude of the audience. I can't believe 600 people in one room. This is awesome to be here. That includes so many of Baltimore's most innovative and compassionate leaders. Wells Fargo has made it a priority to help create opportunities for economic equity in underserved communities, and the United Way has been a tremendous partner. In December of last year, United Way Worldwide announced that Wells Fargo donated $18 million to the organization to help 1 million unemployed people find work over the next 5 years. We are very proud to support this initiative to expand access to steady employment, which is key to achieving financial self-sufficiency and income mobility. Here in Baltimore, Wells Fargo employees volunteered more than 35,000 hours last year and gave nearly $640,000 to area nonprofits, including the United Way of Central Maryland, through our community support campaign. We are also committed to helping women business owners and leaders succeed. Since 1995, Wells Fargo has committed $56 billion in loans to help women-owned businesses thrive and grow. Through lending commitments, local support, and a strong network of business and community connections in the market, we provide access to all of the financial tools businesses need to succeed financially. In addition, in 2017, Wells Fargo launched its diverse segments practice, supporting the financial needs of diverse businesses around the United States. And on a personal note, I just want the United Way here in Maryland to know that I was a loaned executive way back in the day when I first started my career with the predecessor bank. So I'm excited to make the connection here today. So we are proud to support women. We are proud to support the United Way. Thank you so much, and let's get this party started. Thanks.
We're on. Okay, Marker. The first question I want to ask, what does giving back mean to you?
To me, giving back means not being selfish and sharing a little bit of myself.
Giving back means the world to me. There's so much need in the community, and it's our responsibility.
I really feel it from here, and so I want to make sure that I give it my all.
Everything you do matters, and I think that you give back in small ways, and it might be smiling at somebody who's having a bad day.
What motivates me to give back is my children. I need to do something to leave the world better than the way I found it.
I want them to really understand that there's always something you can do to help somebody else.
It's my children's world, and it's my children's community, and so if they're not going to make the difference, no one else will.
You don't have to do big things like giving people a lot of stuff. You can just say hi or give them a smile, and it'll change so much about the world.
My mom always tells us about how fortunate we are, and because we have so much to give, we should do that as well and as much as we can.
You always want your community to grow and thrive and not to, turn into something that you wouldn't want to see.
I've learned a lot from my mom about giving back. The price that we pay to be here is really just service, so making sure that my generation understands how important that is.
You work really hard, but at the same time, you're a really good mom and you're easy to talk to.
I'm most proud of you just being able to do all that and even more.
Do you love your mommy? You do.
I am in awe of so many powerful warriors who are simply fearless.
I became involved with United Way more than 20 years ago because it's the right thing to do.
There's something you can do. There's something that everyone can do, even our kids.
We're moving into this era where we feel comfortable speaking up, and it's something that the world now gets to see.
I would just say as a generation of women, we're strong. We can create so many ripples that just move whole oceans.
Join the fight for Women United. Don't just stand by and just assume others are going to do something about it. You can be the one to make a difference.
The collective power of women is awesome. We are relentless. We will continue, we will succeed. Nothing can stop us.
Really mean to do to me, make me get up here after that. That one little girl was really cute. That is the reason why I support United Way and Women United and encourage the next generation to help and extend their hand to others and just make a difference in the community. It is now my honor to introduce a woman who is definitely leading the charge and inspiring change. She has been a public servant for over 15 years and started in Maryland politics in 1999. A visionary and successful leader, she now serves as Baltimore City's third consecutive female mayor. That's really awesome. Hey, yay us. Please welcome Baltimore City Mayor, the Honorable Catherine Pugh.
Good afternoon, everyone. Especially to Liz Murray and Michelle Norris, thank you for being here. I'm a big fan and very proud of the work that you've all done. Let me first say to all of you who are here, some of you may have come from out of town, welcome to Baltimore. And if you're from, hey, give them a big round of applause, you all. We need them to spend some money. You know, it's not only exciting to be the third female mayor of Baltimore City, it's exciting to be leading Baltimore at this particular point in time. And it is exciting because there's so much work to be done. But what I tell folks is that we don't get to do this work by ourselves. It's women like you who lift us up and push us forward. And so I'm really grateful to the United Way for having this forum, but more importantly, realizing the strength of women. I had the opportunity just recently to speak at a women's college here in Baltimore. And one of the questions that was asked of me is, what advice would I give women or young women? And my advice was, choose us. Choose us. Because oftentimes women don't choose other women. And oftentimes we begin to not encourage or even believe that we have the power within ourselves to bring about the change that other women need to see. Think about it. If all of us, and I'm not trying to be political, but if all the women in this nation would have made the right choice, we would not be facing a White House that we're facing today. Women are the majority of the population. So anytime you look around and you feel that the change that needs to be made has not been made, ask yourself, why not? And so that is why it is important for us as women to recognize our strength and our power. You know, in the United States, we only have 106 women in the U.S. Congress, 22 women serving in the Senate, and 84 women in the House. That's in this country today where women are the majority of the population. And so I say to you all that we've got a lot of work to do in terms of lifting up our young people and helping them to understand that they too can lead. You know, when I became mayor of the city, I looked around to the various departments and I said, well, where are the women? So I want you to know that, let me see, the head of the Department of Transportation is a female. The head of the Housing Authority of Baltimore City is a female. Our health commissioner is a female. My chief of staff is a female. The chief of government relations is a female. The deputy director of government relations is a female. The head of the Enoch Pratt Library is a female. The director of the Office of Civil Rights and Wage Enforcement is a female. The Baltimore City School CEO is a female. The executive director of the Baltimore Convention Center is a female. The executive director of Live Baltimore is a female. The director of the Department of Human Resources and chief human capital officer is a female. The executive director of the Environmental Control Board is a female. The director of logistics and special assistant to the mayor is a female. The director of external affairs is a female. The director of Main Streets is a female. The director of public affairs is a female. The acting director of the city social services and the incoming director is a female. And the director of the mayor's office of sustainable solutions is a female. The director of the mayor's office of immigration and multicultural affairs is a female. The director of the office of constituent services is a female. The labor commissioner is a female. And the general manager of Charm City TV is a female. And I didn't just choose them because they were females. I chose them because they were qualified. And so I know I won't be able to stay for all the wonderful stories that are here today, but I want you to know that we have a lot of work to do. And I want to leave just one little story. And it was about a female who I saw reach out on Facebook. And some of you may have heard this story because it was told on Facebook, and I used it in my City to State address. And this woman was screaming on Facebook. And what she said was, I can't bear this pain any longer, and I need help. And she said that I lost my son in 2015 to street violence, and no one is helping me. I felt compelled to pick up the phone and reach out and have a conversation with her. And I said, what can I do to help? And she said, you just did. You picked up the phone and you called me. But I want you to know that I brought her into our office. We had conversations, and I said, if there's one thing I could do for you today, what would that be? And she said, just help me get through this pain. So I immediately called one of our psychiatrists and mental health officials and said, this woman who's sitting with me needs your help. And it begs the conversation, you all, when you think as women, when you birth a child into the world, if you got good insurance, you can stay off 3 months, 6 months. But how long does it take for you to get through the pain of the killing of a child? And it begs a conversation around how we wrap our arms around each other, support each other, lift each other up, and understand that we must help the least of us if we're going to help all of us. So I look forward to your continued support for not just women, but young girls in this nation who have to understand that they don't have to take anything today. It's not just about the Me Too movement, it's about the You movement. It's about the power that you have within yourself. It's about the development of character and strength. Teach them that they can be anything that they want to be in this world. It's just about how they move forward. God bless you and have a great afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Pugh. Can we give another round of applause for our mayor? Very inspiring, very thoughtful. The thing that resonated with me most is I'm in a household, one determined, fiery young lady that I married 21 years ago, Michelle Mybell, and another one who's equally as fiery is her daughter, Gabrielle Baker, 15-year-old 10th grade student who is top of the charts. And when she said, choose females, my reference base was the two wonderful females that I'm privileged to live with every single day. So thank you, Mayor. I know she's gone, but it was really, really touching and inspiring. Good afternoon. My name is Franklin Baker, the very proud President and CEO of United Way of Central Maryland. I'm proud to lead an organization that every day fights to keep families in their homes, to keep kids in schools, to provide help and hope for those who struggle to attain the things that many of us in this room often take for granted. Things like a place to call home, a job that takes care of the bills, and something as simple as a decent meal. Far too many in our region, as many of us know, these basics are sadly only hopes and elusive dreams. And today, the need is greater than ever before. Why? Because we recently commissioned a report that shows more than 1 in 3 families, there are 2.1 million households in the state of Maryland, over 753,000 households in the state of Maryland simply can't afford the state's high cost of living. And these families in which the parents are working 1, 2, in some cases 3 jobs, but still can't make ends meet. They're the people that you and I interact with every single day in our daily lives. Your child's daycare provider, the security guard or the receptionist at your office, the cashier who checks out your groceries, the waitress or the waiter who actually serves you at your favorite restaurant. Let me tell you their story. Every day, these hardworking men and women are forced to make very tough choices. Do I pay the utility bill, or do I provide groceries so my kids can eat? Tough choices. Do I miss a much needed day's pay to take care of my daughter who's sick at home? Very tough choices. Will my children be safe at home alone if I decide to take that night job that just so happens to provide comprehensive health care coverage? No one in Maryland, no one in America for that matter, should have to make these gut-wrenching choices. And United Way is fighting to change that. We're doing it with the help of Women United. Can we give Women United a round of applause? Some of the women here today founded and built our Women United program from the ground up in the year 2000. Now, 18 years strong, there are more than 1,400 members of Women United, as was stated earlier. They're investing $1,000 or more annually, and they're helping to change the stories of so many, changing those stories from hopeless to helpful. Our program, and this is a program that I know many of the Women United members find close to their heart, it's United Way's On Track for Success, an early intervention program that helps young students succeed in school. On Track for Success identifies students early on who are having trouble with the ABCs, not the alphabet, but attendance, behavior, and coursework. In so many cases we have found, these children are struggling. Why? Because their parents are struggling. They can't concentrate in class because they don't get enough to eat at home. They miss school because they have to take care of younger siblings when their mom or dad is at work. They fail tests because they can't see what the teacher is writing on the board because their family can't afford to buy them glasses that they need. These children need our help. They are our future, and we must change the stories from hopeless to hopeful. You'll hear lots of stories this afternoon that was stated earlier of people in the trenches that are working hard every day with those kids to make sure that they get what they need, the support that they need, the resources that they need, so every child will have the benefit of this program, especially when they come from families and neighborhoods that face seemingly insurmountable challenges. You'll hear more about this program as well as some success stories, and we have lots and lots of success stories a little bit later in today's program. I want to take this opportunity personally, though, to thank the many Women United members who have volunteered their time. I've worked carefully with some of them in the schools and other venues. They've donated lots of their resources to help bring this program to light. Their efforts have led directly to the expansion of On Track for Success in one school, moving to 3 schools in only 1 year's time. That's deserving of a hand clap. Those folks have worked very hard to make that happen. Because of you, we are helping more kids in more schools. So thank you all, Women United members, for your generosity. Thank you so much.